My name's Devin. I own and operate Full Measure Oyster Company on the eastern shore of Virginia. We have two main farm locations. The first one is here on Nandua Creek, where our main grow-out operation is. We currently have around 16 million oysters in the water right now on this creek. Our other grow-out location is on the other side of the eastern shore, next to the Atlantic Ocean, which we call the seaside, and that's behind Cedar Island, and that's where we grow our Cedar Island Selects at. One of the larger components of the barn is the 80 solar panels that are on the roof. And those solar panels completely offset our entire carbon footprint. So from our standpoint, we're the first carbon neutral oyster operation in the world. We're producing over 75,000 kilowatts of green energy every year. And for instance, right now we're running utilities for the whole farm, refrigeration, multiple pumps on the dock for ice eaters and upwellers, and our electric bill is $28. Oh my gosh. Yes. Wow. So between the amount of money you save in utility bills and the amount of money you make, the system paid for itself in about 3 years. In our opinion, it's the greenest oyster on earth. You know, oysters are already extremely beneficial to the environment. I think that they're the most beneficial protein in existence. They have some of the highest zinc and magnesium levels you can consume naturally, but unlike poultry or beef, it doesn't take away from the environment while it grows, it contributes to it. You know, while an oyster grows, it is sequestering carbon, it is filtering up to 50 gallons of water a day. So at our current stocking density, we're filtering around 15 billion gallons of water every single day in Nandua Creek. So I just think oyster farming, or even, you know, clam farming, scallop farming, any type of shellfish aquaculture, has the benefits far exceed the negatives. So this is our nursery. And we buy all of our seed at 2 millimeter, and we like to start here. And so this is our what we call grade 0. So grade 0 for us is anything smaller than 3 millimeters. So we'll start here, and this is a very basic bucket upweller. So they're just buckets that we buy with lids, and it's just great. It's cheap, it's low maintenance, there's no fiberglassing. And all you do is you take the lid and you cut the lid off and you leave the ring, and you snap the ring back on over the mesh, and that's it. Wow. That's all it is. And buckets are a dime a dozen. I mean, you can get them for free. And I love it. I mean, you throw a liter of seed in here and you walk away for 2 weeks. You know, you wash them every 2 weeks, but we've had very good luck with this. So next week, this will come in and we'll tumble it, and seed like this size, which is about 12 millimeters, 15 millimeters, that will be deployed into our open water nursery, which is just a big lease with 1,000 bag cages on it. So we can put 6,000 bags on that lease. All the cages come in with one man. So one man goes out on the boat and he can put 12 to 15 cages on the boat at a time. The boat comes into the end of the dock, they offload it, and then the boat comes around to the corner and all the new cages go on the boat, and then they leave. So it's like a big rotation. And that's how you can move cages and do it real fast, because no one's stepping on top of each other. But for equipment, we keep it pretty simple, just a hopper conveyor and a tumbler, and that's it. We have our main grow out on Nandua Creek, and for us it's a really special location. Topographically, it has very steep runoff sides, so we have fewer runoff than creeks north to the south of us. And almost all the banks are clay banks lined with cedar trees and bayberry bushes, and the runoff through those things in combination with our mid-salinity bay site really produces a super unique flavor that's got some real earthy tones, and in my opinion it tastes like buttered sweet corn. You know, you get a real bold umami finish of taste up front and with a salty finish on the end. And you know, that's what really makes oysters so unique. You know, you go one creek south of me and you get a completely different flavor than what you have here. But the big takeaway is that, you know, our oysters are just as efficient as others, but we take it to a whole nother level with the solar. So there's we've contributed more back with our oysters than other companies had in the long run. So by buying oysters from Full Measure, you're 2xing your environmental input.